Monte Carlo is a tiny place, barely 2 square kilometers, but here the air feels different. Not everyone notices it. Some arrive believing that it's all about luxury, shiny cars and a famous casino. But those who know how to look quickly discover another truth. In Monte Carlo, it's not about having money, but about having status. Luxury can be found anywhere in the world. What is striking here is the feeling that you have entered a theater where everyone knows their role. Business people, aristocrats, old European fortunes, discreet heirs, and the nouveau riche seeking legitimacy. Visitors to Monte Carlo are not just anyone. They are people who can move naturally in an environment where a discreet watch can cost more than an apartment in Paris. It's a suffocating concept, because here, money is a minimum requirement. The real passport is not wealth, but how you live it. The unsettling feeling soon sets in, because even the occasional visitor, upon stepping onto the Place du Casino, understands that they are not simply in a country, but in a living theater. In the 19th century, when the Principality was in economic crisis, it was decided to build the casino precisely to attract the European elite. Since then, Monte Carlo's prestige has been built around that idea. A tiny country that serves as a showcase for the powerful. There, men gamble, but what is at stake is rarely money. It is pride, composure, image. The Monte Carlo Casino is not just a place to gamble. It is a confessional of status. There, the initiates are distinguished from the newcomers with cruel clarity. Here, millionaires do not shout when they win, nor do they curse when they lose. Keeping calm is the true test of status, and it is the same language spoken by the women who move around him. Never an exaggerated gesture, never a shout. Only the art of insinuation. They themselves are roulette and cards at the same time. They do not appear desperate, because they know that the anticipation is worth more than the outcome. Like the croupier who smiles without changing his expression, they seem to say, "You can play, but I control the rules." At the Café de Paris, every summer morning, a few women sit down to breakfast. The coffee is irrelevant. The real drink is the gaze of others. They do nothing extraordinary, a slow sip, a barely whispered word, a calculated crossing of legs. And yet, one immediately understands that one is witnessing a choreography as rehearsed as any ballet. The scene seems simple, but it hides a broader truth. Monte Carlo itself behaves like these women. It doesn't need to show everything. It just needs to let itself be seen. The most powerful are not recognized by the biggest diamonds or the flashiest cars, but by the calmness with which they occupy a space. There, those who exaggerate are suspicious. Those who appear too much reveal that they do not yet belong completely. In the harbor, hierarchy becomes visible. With its yachts lined up, another theater of status. There, boats don't just sail, they compete silently. The longest, the whitest, the newest. The women of Monte Carlo do the same, but with a black dress that never goes out of style, or with a perfume that seems to leave its mark on the air rather than on the skin. In the port, as in their gestures, one senses that everything is arranged to be seen, but not attained. And the visitor, observing from the pier, feels the same as when facing them. The desire to get closer, and the certainty of not quite belonging. But what is most surprising is that, amid so much luxury, Monte Carlo preserves archaic rituals. Every day at 11:30, the Royal Guard parades in front of the palace. An almost medieval spectacle in a country that lives in the 21st century. This contrast produces a strange nostalgia. Monte Carlo reminds visitors that prestige lies not only in money, but also in tradition. The aristocrat who breakfasts in silence with a simple silk handkerchief carries more weight than any recent fortune, because she represents continuity, heritage, lineage. For the mature man who observes, Monte Carlo is a relentless mirror. It reminds him of what he has and what he does not have. Fortune may be lacking, but what hurts is the impossible status, that natural calm of those who seem to have been born to occupy this stage. The visitor feels admiration, but also anxiety, because he understands that luxury can be bought, but prestige cannot, and that his place in this play will always be that of a supporting actor. Monte Carlo is tiny, but it holds an immense lesson. Money opens doors, but status is what decides whether you can stay inside. Those who exaggerate give themselves away. Those who show off too much demean themselves. The real power in Monte Carlo lies in the serenity of those who don't need to prove anything. Monte Carlo harbors a universe of invisible hierarchies. Here yachts don't sail, they pose. The casino doesn't entertain, it selects. The palace doesn't govern, it represents. And those women who drink coffee every morning, they don't eat breakfast. They uphold the idea that true luxury is not shouted about, it is observed.